What is intelligence? Intelligence is the use of information in favor of achieving a purpose, achieving a target. And the opposite to intelligence is stupidity. Stupidity is to do something, having reasons for not to do it, and still doing it. So, an example, imagine you need to cross a river, and you know that there is crocodiles in the river. So it would be stupid to try to cross the river by swimming, because you know there is crocodiles in the river and they can eat you, so you could lose your life. So that will be not intelligence, it will be the opposite, having reasons for not crossing the river by swimming because you are aware about what you could lose, your life, and still doing it. The opposite, intelligence, will be finding a way to cross the river without having to swim in the river. Kind of like if you are able to build a little kind of a ship to cross the river with just a few sticks, a few wooden, and then you can cross the river without the crocodiles touching you, that will be our act of creativity. It will be out of your intelligence. So that's what is intelligence, is using information, using knowledge to achieve your purposes, to achieve your targets. And the opposite is having reasons for not doing something and still doing it. Intelligence is related with the idea of value, and value is the idea that is a property of things that only exists in relation to a person. So what is value? What's the value of a knife? A knife can help you to cut carrots, cut potatoes, and in that sense the value is positive because it's helping you. And as well, at the same time, someone could use the knife to cut you, to causing harm to you. So in that sense, the knife will be bad to you. It has a negative value. So we have to always find when we want to achieve something, and we are trying to achieve that through some means, through some actions, we have to see what are the positive things and the negative things of doing this in that way. In the example of the crossing the river, what will be negative? Imagine you build kind of like a little ship with wooden, really simple, and in the middle of the river the water flow really fast and it make you fall from this simple ship. That will be negative, right? So that is where you have to analyze, you have to assess the things you do. And always when we act, there is something as well important about when we act, and is that every action we take, always there is a cost and always there is a benefit. Every action we take is a balance between cost and benefit. We have to see what are the costs, what we are paying for doing that. In that case, imagine you have to find the solution to cross the river, but you can either build the ship and it's going to take you 7 days or 1 month of cutting the wooden, assembling the little ship, and then it's not that high quality and there is a risk for falling into the water. And imagine that just because you have memories of that land, you remember that there is another part of the river where the water doesn't flow that much and is more narrow, and probably you come out with another idea that is more simple. It gives you the feeling like it's gonna be more effective solution. So you have to always assess, you have to always see, will it be better to do this, will it be better to do the other, and always you have the cost and the benefit, and you will have to always think, these are the costs, how effective will be this solution, and about this another solution, this is the cost, it's going to take me maybe less days, if the building the ship will be 7 days. If I take the other solution, I have to travel through the riverside a few kilometers until I find a narrow path to cross it. So that will be as well part on what will make you your intelligence. So this is intelligence, it's using knowledge and information to achieve the purposes and targets you want to achieve. And when you see that there is something that will help you, that's a reason to help you. When you see things that will harm you, that will avoid you to achieve what you want, those are reasons for not to doing. You put that in contrast, and then you see if it's intelligence or if it's the opposite, and stupidity.